We are enjoying a beautiful afternoon here. Opening day of the Oi Rio Pro. Lucky enough to get going on the very first day of the waiting period. We're in the seeding round. This is heat number 8 with Julian Wilson on the water, Michael Rodrigues, and Ezekiel Lau. And I'm joined by 89 world champ Mark Potter, as we see up into the lip a couple of times there. That's Emrod, Michael Rodrigues.
Yeah, I think when you look at the guys in the water at the moment, obviously Michael Rodrigues, you'd say maybe just with a little bit of an advantage.
I think the surf competition is entertaining, but it's also educational at the same time. If you're a young surfer, you can study technique and body mechanics by the world's best, and you will improve your surfing studying this. This is a tool that wasn't around when we were growing up.
I wish it may go straight to the turn, so I think I had that disadvantage to my surf.
Love watching you surf, Willian. Good job. Back up to you, Capes.
Thank you, Pete. As we see Julian Wilson finish off his opening ride and look like he's got that left-handed wire. Taking a look at his equipment, however, and it looks as if he's just inspecting it maybe for a buck before he paddles back out, but he looked pretty on the money on that first left. Emrod, Michael Rodrigues, flows through that first section up into the foam there and hooks it, but just gets caught up.
He's good in these kind of waves. Emrod up and riding.
Emrod, very progressive and showing that progression, just so lightning fast on his feet, flicking the board through a couple of rotations there. Michael Rodrigues is going to back up a 4.33 just fine.
He's got a long future if he stays injury-free. You know, these kids that do these big airs are going to, get injured. He's got a nice little pop right there, a little air reverse to finish off that wave. So Emrod looking sharp here in these small conditions.
Yeah, looking really loose, throwing the tail in the first turn and talking about meditation, because he's got so many eyes on him everywhere he goes.
That's what you get for being an 11-time world champion.
It comes with the territory, doesn't it? Wow. With the rotation, but you could see again the challenging conditions, just as Kelly was talking about. Michael Rodrigues is going to have a hard time coming around the corner here and is not able to get a maneuver in.
And now Julian having a look at this one.
Here comes a charging Julian Wilson, quick to his feet there, busts the air, lands on the roof, and again gets engulfed by the whitewater, but nice effort from Wilson. 2019. Emrod, Michael Rodrigues on the backhand. He's been working well out here, keeping it light on the feet. Couple slashes there, looking to improve upon his 4.33, just staying busy. 13 minutes, 15 seconds, counting down. Julian Wilson.
So if he's listening to the beach commentary, he'll understand the fact that even with incomplete rides, he's still not that far behind.
Wilson lining up for something, pops it in the air, lands it, just stomps through that. A nice air reverse there and finishes off with a stab to the lip on the inside, so combos it up. That is going to be a chunky score for Julian Wilson.
All of a sudden that 5.28 is going to double almost. Let's have a look here, Julian. Bang, good rotation, lands nice and clean, and then straight into the next turn. For me, I gauge, how good a reverse, an air reverse is by how they come out of it. And you watch Julian here as he stomps it. Beautiful rotation, lands clean, and then straight into the next maneuver. He didn't have to reshuffle his feet. Beautiful vision from the drone.
Big impact on that landing.
It was a big impact.
Zeke Lau, as we wait for the score, wants to get into the conversation, and that wave just tapers off after a couple of backside slashes for Lau.
That's better though. All right, He's made a wave. He finished on his feet. It's going to change up his rhythm a little bit, and now he kind of almost identifies the kind of wave he's looking for. And it's a good step for Ezekiel Lau.
Still waiting for judges on that last wave for Julian Wilson. Remember that 6-point ride he got was via a couple of backhand hooks, which he did link together cleanly. There was some. Michael Rodrigues has to beat a couple of sections, and it looks like he's just going to struggle with this wave as the digits are dropping for Julian Wilson. 2 sevens, a 6.8, a 6.2, maybe the low that's going to be dropped.
Yeah, we're both right.
I love it when we both win pots. Here we go, Julian Wilson on the backhand. Again, nice hooks there. And now goes for little pop varial right there. The passion pop.
Not a big fan. to be honest with you, but
Yeah.
that's more skateboarding for me than surfing.
Yeah.
But in maybe conditions like this, you know, it could be the difference between winning.
Just there, but you know what? The couple of turns before that pots were quality.
Yeah, I love the backhand surfing from Julian Wilson, nice and low off the bottom, and he's got that beautiful connection with the lip. It was almost all going that way, wasn't it? Just the rhythm that he had was going to end up in an aerial, but it was just what kind of aerial he was going to produce.
I like that insight, Potts. You know, do the opposite,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Play up to the crowd, get them going, take their energy into you,
Exactly.
and exploit that energy. Michael Rodrigues right behind him, working up some speed down the line, has to skip this section. Looks like he's looking for a ramp, but he's going to find nothing, rampless. This nonstop action in the water and on the beach here in Saquarema. Zeke throwing the tail there. That's
There
more
you
like it
go.
times it with the backwash for the completion. So that's going to get him right back into the conversation right now.
Produced that knockout blow for Zeke, so Zeke's still with a glimmer of hope. Comes around the section, gets that nice little punt out towards the beach. Lands fins first and spins it around, so very agile for a big kid, Ezekiel Lau. 3.47 for Ezekiel Lau, now needing a 5.59, so
Julian Wilson, current heat leader. Well, we'll be back with more action to talk you through that. We're bringing in Barton Lynch, Brad Bricknell when we return to the OI Rio Pro.